Ladies, we have to do better. Why is it that the men that are respectful, that are kind, that pull out our door, that are gentle with us, that treat us with respect, those are the men that are the beta male? And there's something off about that guy. He's just not cool, or he's lame. But the guy that's nonchalant, the guy that really doesn't care, the guy that's disrespectful, he's rude, he has other women, those are the bad guys. Those are the guys that we want to chase. And we're the ones chasing them. Like, I'm trying to really understand, why is it that we can't receive genuine love and appreciate and see a good man when they're right there in front of our face? Why is it that we're so tied up? A lot of us women are so tied up in the toxicity of a man, in that they're the cool ones, or they're the ones that we should be with. Like, I'm really trying to make this make sense, because it doesn't to me.
Because women understand that they don't deserve it. Good treatment, a dude being attentive and sweet. Women understand that they don't deserve it because it doesn't feel earned. But at the same time, they're reserved the right to shout from the top of mountains that men should just be doing this stuff off rip. I find it funny that she's asking, why are we like this, when she has all the answers? It's like, I'm telling you, you can go into the comment section of a video of some chick doing something wrong, setting some dude up, whatever, or acting out, like a cop cam video. And they're like, I don't understand how women are acting like this. You're a woman. You understand. Stop trying to save face. Stop. They understand it, yet they will always act like they don't. It's hilarious. Now I'm gonna show you exactly why it makes no sense for you to be a nice guy. Let's get the next one.
I went on a date with a guy last night, and we had sex, and in the moment, great sex. No, like, had a good time. I genuinely had a good time. And then I was talking to my friend about it tonight, and I'm recounting what happened, and in my head I'm like, that was kind of like really presumptuous of him to like come inside me and whip his phone out and try to record me. And I'm like recounting things, and I'm like, it was hot in the moment. That's not good. That's actually like super disrespectful, but I liked it. What does that say about me? I don't know.
This is why men should just be themselves. See, people think that it's cope language when you're like, yo, just be yourself, bro. You're like, nah, that's cope. Nah, be yourself. A woman that likes you, bro, she's gonna let you hit. She's gonna let you do whatever. She's gonna follow your instructions and follow your lead. In this example, is she saying, right, when she's recounting the night, is she saying how he was so sweet because he held open all the doors, he picked up the tab, he was really giving a damn about her life and what she does and all of this stuff? No. No. Dude was just being himself. Now, if you're a sucker in your emotions, you're like, well, he didn't have to do that, and he went about it this way, blah, blah, blah. She just said she liked it. She found it hot because she's into him. Not all of the stuff he could have done or could have been or whatever. No, she was feeling him, and she made it happen. So is it safe to say that you don't have to do all this nice guy stuff? If she's sexually attracted to you, that's the most important part to make things happen? Yes, it is the most important thing to make things happen. Don't buy any of this nonsense out here. Let's get the next one.
I think I'm actually like pretty hard to be in a relationship with, because I like my men to be an asshole, but not too much of an asshole. Because if you're too much of an asshole, I will bitch slap you. But if you're not an asshole at all and just completely submissive and do everything that I tell you to do, like, that's like if I can mother you, I don't want to be with you. You got what I'm saying? Like, if you're just like worshiping the ground that I walk on in like a bitchy man way, and not like you respect me way. Like, I want the ground worshipped on for me, but like, I need you to also be a dick. Because if you just worship the ground that I walk on and like, oh my God, I'll do anything for you, all the, ew, that is such an ick for me. Oh my God, I would rather be with a woman. Hell no. And if that is your type, no, more power to you. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, for me personally, I like my men to be very particular, because I cannot be with a weak man. That to me is equivalent to being with a girl. Like, I don't know, does that make any sense? I feel like, or maybe I'm just the complicated one, but like the constant ups and downs and highs and lows, and like you put me in my place and I put you in your place, like that to me keeps me interested, and that keeps the vibe going. But if the vibe is not going and you just fucking submit to everything that I say, that's an ick.
This clip is cool, you know, she's being honest, but at the same time, this is exactly why men stopped explaining themselves. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. So, you know, they'll always double back and be like, why did this guy do this though? Once they bump into this dude, right, this asshole that they're asking for, that knows how to be stern, he's a fun time and all of this stuff, but when they can't have their way with him, they'll always double back and be like, what's going on? This chick is so confident right here. So confident right here. I'm gonna tell you guys all the time, it makes no sense for you to be nice because they have these dudes at the table. Not asking them what they bring to the table. They don't want them. They think you're a sucker, you're a lame, you're a loser. Here's the thing that's funny, right? Guys eventually boss up and then they don't have access to said men. And then they're like, what's wrong with all men? See, let's keep it 100 all the way across the board. When a woman thinks that you're lame, you're boring, trust and believe, bro, you're good. She thinks you're boring and all that. No, you're good, bro. You don't bring drama. You don't bring chaos. That's what they want. You understand? See, what she's explaining, she says something in there, when I keep him in his place and he keeps me in my place. No, that's not how that works, bro. Women can say things that sound like okay, but they never hit it 100% on the head. No, they don't. No, you don't put a man in his place. He wouldn't be a man.
My situationship ended things on Monday. It's fine that he broke up with me. Like, I understand the reasonings behind it, but I'm like so annoyed just at the whole situation. The beginning of it all, my toxic ex and I had like just stopped talking. I was like, hey, like, I don't want anything serious. He was like, oh, I really like you and I'm going to convince you to want to be my girlfriend. So the whole 3 months since January, he's like courting me and convincing me to want to be his girlfriend. He's like cooking for me. He's taking me out on dates. Mind you, I meet his mom. I meet his sister and I meet his twin brother. That might not mean a lot for some people, but it does to me. While he's convincing me this entire time that, like, I want to be his girlfriend, I'm accidentally convincing him that he doesn't want a girlfriend. Like, I convinced him the opposite way. He was like, damn, her life looks fun. Maybe I should stay single. And I'm like annoyed because it's like, bro, you could have just left me alone. Tanto convencerme y enamorarme para qué. And then he met my parents. The day after that is when he started acting different. And maybe it was because he was like, hey, that was a big step and I don't think like I want to be with her. And he like didn't know how to tell me, but also you're 33 years old, tell me. And then he like didn't talk to me. And obviously like, hello, we talked every day. I want to clock that you're not talking to me. But I was like, we can feel the energy. That energy has shifted. I was like, all right. On Easter weekend, I was like, I haven't heard from you in like a few days. Are you good? He responds hours later and he's like, yeah, sorry. Just been thinking about a lot. And so I responded, I figured something might be on your mind. Do you want to talk about it? Doesn't respond, posts on his Instagram story, posts like a picture of his fucking hats, and he's like, looking for a place to wear these. Check your fucking phone. Sorry. And I was like, oh, damn, all right. Someone told me, bitch. Like the next day, like hours fucking later, I guess, and he was like, we can talk about it if you want. I just think that we've been caught up in our current feelings and not thinking about things long term, and we just have different goals. Like, we all know what that means. Like, you don't see me as a long term Betty, and that's fine. I wrote out this like ginormous text about like how I felt, and I just didn't send it because I was like, damn, he didn't talk to me for like 3 days. He don't give a fuck about me. And I also don't want to change anybody's mind because you know what? He was right. That was not my husband. We both knew it. But also, damn, bro, you didn't just want to keep fucking around a little bit? Like, you just want to keep, like, I don't know, making out. Like, I get you want to find your wifey, but you're not going to find her tomorrow. As soon as you do, we can stop. I didn't say any of that.
How could he break up with you if you're never in a relationship, if you're in a situationship, all of these dumbass filler words? So you're never in a relationship with this guy. You thought you had the leverage trying to convince this guy that you didn't want to be in a relationship or whatever. Now, he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you either after telling you that he wanted to be in a relationship with you. You lost the leverage because you were playing with him. Now you can't play with him anymore and you're mad?
I went on a Hinge date and the guy was like, yeah, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. You put looking for a long-term relationship on your profile. You literally said you were looking for something serious on your profile. I am done with these apps. I will only be using invite-only apps from now on where the community is curated and the men are better. For example, Hoppy. I no longer need to figure out what you mean when you say you're figuring out your relationship type. The men on there are just better. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Hinge, there's something wrong with it, right? And a guy lied to you about his profile and this, that, and the third. So now you're talking about another app that has better men, but you're not telling us about the guy who's better than that guy, that is treating you like a woman and a princess and taking you on dates and being super intentional with you. No, another one down of a man's indifference for the books. Just gonna talk about this guy. So this proves men don't need to be nice. Because even the men who are better, you can't even come up with a story or tell us something good about these dudes. No, let's talk about that guy.